Peace, love, and salutations. Greetings, greetings, greetings. Welcome to this 4:30 a.m. walk and talk, people. Hey, what's going on? Mr. Yes, sir. Hello, hi. How are you doing this morning? Thank you for being here. Welcome in. It's 4:30. It's actually 4:34, people. Let's get up. It's getting late. It's getting late early, people. We're drawing near to the end of April. Quickly approaching. Is it April showers bringing May flowers? We haven't had that much rain here in April. So we'll see what happens to those flowers blooming in May. Thank you for being here. We have Monarch. Hey, Monarch. And is that Soft? How you doing, Soft? Welcome in. Dominator. Hello, sir. May I troll for about a moment? Have fun, man. Enjoy yourself. Mr. Yes, sir. 2 a.m. All right, 2 a.m. Midwest? Where you at? Where you at, 2 a.m., Mr. Yes, sir? Go find love. Who's that, Eric? Thank you, Eric. I appreciate that. But I have love in my life. Wonderful wife. Thank you for being here this morning. 7 beautiful children and the love of Christ. So plenty of love in the life. But Eric, I appreciate you and your belief in me. It means a lot, man. It means a lot to start the day. Oh, man. Who is that? Behind, welcome in. Ooh, 2 p.m. 2 p.m. Mr. Yes, sir. Is that India? Where is that at 2 p.m.? 2 o'clock in the afternoon. Welcome in, everyone. Thank you for being here. Top of the morning to you. Oh, let's get fit. Let's get ready. Let's be on purpose, people. Let's be on our grind. Throw my hands up in the sky. Woo! Feeling good. I'm out here on this walk. I've been waiting all day. I've been waiting my whole life for today. How long have you been waiting for today? Have you been waiting your whole life for today? I'm finally here, man. Gotta enjoy it. Gaming, man. I have no idea what that means. So I'm gonna just hit you with the good morning. You gotta translate that one for me, Chimav, Chinmoy. I'm not sure how I'm saying it. Thank you very much for the like this morning, guys. I appreciate everyone stopping in, commenting, giving a like. Amsterdam and Holland. Ooh, is this the big holiday season in Holland? Don't you guys have like a festival for, man, I want to say daisies or orchids, some type of festival in Holland? A lot of people travel in. Is this that time of year? Is it April or May? When does that happen? Easter is just passed, yes. Just celebrated Easter. Everyone who had their Easter weekend just passed. Passover. Gaming zone, bro. Academic marks are important for jobs. Who wants to argue this morning about academic marks not being that important for a job? Joshua. Good morning, Joshua. How are you doing? In May, academic marks being important for jobs. Man, I don't know. Great, good to hear that this morning. Everyone, thank you for dropping in. Hope everyone's been blessed this morning. Who do we have? Minnie Jr., welcome in, Minnie Jr., hi. Thanks for being here. Guys, please take a moment. Go ahead and drop a like, drop a thumbs up. Subscribe, share, let people know we're here this morning. Let them know we're out here. Major changes coming to the future, people. As you know, in the past, I've been here at 4:30 in the morning, just getting back off my vacation. The whole reason for being up at this time in the morning is to take advantage of this time to be able to recenter, to focus, to get prepared for my day, to look at the steps that I have taken and the steps that I'm taking in order to make sure I'm shaping myself and my future for my purpose. And so always reevaluating and looking to take steps and strides in the right direction. Let's take a look. We're at the top of this hill. God bless you, brother. How you doing? Oh, that's Bonj. Thank you, Bonj. Stacy, focus indeed. From Lebanon, we have Love Real Football. All right, Love Real Football. Lebanon, I'm gonna let you guys take a look at what I see when I get to the top of this hill every morning. Those of you who come in, Alaska, hello, good morning. A lot going on in Alaska this time of year. It's spring. Everything living in Alaska is making love and giving birth. My wife and I, the whole family, were at the beach this past weekend, and we got to watch the sunrise out there. I tell you what I love about the sunrise, guys, is the start of a new day. It's being able to see it, watching it come up over the water, just having a clear view out over the ocean as you see the sun dawning and coming up over the horizon and bringing light to the day. It just lets you know, seeing the beach where the ocean has cleared off so much of the previous day's traffic, and just knowing, hey, I got this clean start. I have this fresh start. I have this place where I'm beginning anew. Every day lets you know that every day you have opportunities to correct and to grow on and to improve on everything you're doing in your life. I love that. I love that opportunity. Good. Ben, hello from West Virginia. Hello, Ben. Respect indeed. Is that a chicken leg? I don't know how to say your name, L. And then we got D Money. Jesus the King. Indeed, D Money. Death Metal Jesus. I'm not sure what any of those words mean together. Death metal. My Hero Academia. What? Man, I'm trying to figure out some of the things that you guys put into the chat. I'm just some of them are words. Some of them are just a series of letters, and I'm having difficulty. I'm thinking maybe I'm not translating them correctly. It's early in the morning. Maybe my brain isn't translating them correctly. But thank you guys for being here. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for being a part of the chat. EG, okay, that's what they are, trolls. Am I a criminal? Who's that from? Furhat, what do you say? I tell you what, Furhat, drop me a thumbs up. And if you stick around, let me know you're still in the chat. Me and you can talk about that directly. Bush Wagner, they can be sometimes. I agree. I agree with that, Ben. Okay, all right, Death Metal. Thank you very much. So guys, Dee, thanks for being here. Thanks for dropping in. As you know, I always do these walk and talks in the morning. All these walk and talks are about the same thing. They're about discipline. They're about development. They're about growth. They're about looking at our opportunities to build prosperity and generational wealth for our families, for our ability to use the simple principles of discipline and leadership competencies to change or create a path for our future that is ideal for us. I love it. I love being able to do it. I love doing it for myself. As the title of this says, it's not a luck thing, guys. It's not about being lucky. It's not about just, waking up or being born into the right household, people. All of this requires action. It requires us being active. D, what do we say? Are you walking in the middle of the street? Nope, I'm on, I do walk in the middle of the street for part of it. But I'm about to go into a big game. Have any advice? A big game of what? Football? Generational wealth. I need a job right now, though. Go get that job, man. Listen, work on you. The job is coming. I guarantee it. Like I'm telling you, like at no point in the future, working on you to get the job you want always happens. Investment tips with this crazy market. Basketball game. So yes, going into the game, man, I'm telling you, I just did a post about this the other day. So investment tips for the current market is, if you're just now starting to invest, if you are investing into today's market, look at the future. Never look at what's happening today. Look at what's happening tomorrow, unless you are a day trader. If you are a day trader, everything is about what's happening 10 seconds from now. So day trading is gambling on, I'm going to be able to buy this low and sell this high. There are certain requirements to meet in order to be able to do it. If you are investing, look to the future. Invest in things, invest in companies, invest in things that are going to have a long life, that have been around a while, that are going to last for longer. And I personally say, do not invest in any companies that are owned by the local government. Just me, right? Because if the government says, we don't want this company to work anymore, we think we have enough people with money in it, especially foreign investors, if we have enough foreign investors invested in it, let's turn this thing belly up. Doesn't matter what country it's in, what country it's in, but be mindful of scams and penny stocks. But that is a good way to play with money. Being ready for basketball. Hey, Benj, how long have you been playing ball? Am I homeless? I am not homeless. Thank you for asking. I appreciate it, though. Def, me and my girl only have one vehicle at the moment. So hard. Live in a small town. Not a lot of options. I get that. Listen, me and my wife started there. We started with 0 vehicles and 2 children. Walked around with 2 children, a baby girl strapped to my chest, and my oldest son in the stroller, working at the same job, working alternate hours, walking. I get the challenge, man. Look, continue to work on yourself. Working on you is always a work on your future, right? So it's not just about what you are or the thing that you're doing, but do understand that everything doesn't require for you to create a whole new world. It requires for us to master the life we're living, and we start by mastering ourselves. And that starts with discipline. Maintain your patience, maintain your understanding, and know that you have a direction and a purpose. You'll start to see those results, but you have to know where you're going. We need ski masks. We can't hit with no ski masks. Yeah, they call it something else now, don't they? They don't call it ski mask anymore, do they? Energy in these stocks right now. I should walk myself. Get up, take a walk, James. Get out there. Let's go. 8 years. All right, so Benj, if you've been playing for 8 years, my advice for you going into the game is continue to do what you've always done to get ready, right? Understand, I did a post about this the other day. I might have done it on my personal channel versus this page. But what I said in my post was, always be getting ready for the fight that you know is coming, right? So you've been preparing for this moment. You've been preparing for tip-off for the last 8 years. You've been preparing even before the last 8 years. It's the work that you do in practice. It's the work that you do on you. It's that time that you spend studying your opponent and getting prepared that go into it. Now what you have to have is the confidence and the understanding that the things that you've done to get prepared for this moment will be impactful and useful in this moment, right? Now, when you're able to internalize that and you're able to visualize this outcome that you're looking for, and then you start to see that thing happen. And it's not just about scoring buckets. It's about being able to impact how others are responding or what others do. And so if you know a play is coming, or if you know a specific look is happening, or you're aware of the expectations of the other team, it puts you in a place, preparation puts you in a place to be powerful. So you're ahead of the game, man. If you're about to tip off, you're about to get into a game, first, find your focus, find your center, and stay with the game plan. I don't know if you're playing pickup, I don't know if you're playing in the league, whatever it is. If you have a game plan and you are confident and you believe in this game plan, then you follow it, right? So there are a lot of little things that can happen, but understand it's the ability to be able to go out there and do it. Believe in yourself, man. Believe in your preparation and do well. Be blessed out there, Benj. I know you got the ability, man. You go out there, do your thing. How often do you trim your nose hair? Not often enough if you talk to my wife. Invested companies that have minimum 50 years of dividend payouts. It's good to know. All right, James. On an air mattress in a 2-bedroom apartment, work and determination. True work, but make sure you're working on yourself, right? So when it comes to work and determination, guys, we have to make sure we're working on ourselves. So how do we work on ourselves? So Death, tell me, what type of work do you do? I understand you're saying that you're in I believe that was Death who was saying, yeah, man, yeah, so tell me, what type of work do you do, man? What type of work is it you're doing? He played church leagues. Thanks. No problem, Benz. Thank you, man. The greater conversation. Bless you, brother. How are you doing this morning? All right, man, let me know when you're out here walking with me. I'm out here from 4:30 to 5, but changes are coming, guys. Changes are coming, and I'm going to be moving this walk. For those of you who know and who have been here, this 4:30 to 5 has been a thing. I just came back from vacation, so I'm getting back into it, but I'm going to make some changes. The whole reason for this, as I said at the beginning, was for me to get grounded, for me to wake up, to take charge of the morning. My wife and I have 7 children. My purpose is to provide safety, stability, and prosperity for this family. And I need to use the principles and lessons that I've learned in order to be able to do so. And part of my purpose is also to empower others to use these same principles of learning and knowledge to be able to see the same growth and success in their lives. So for my purpose, I'm changing. I'm going to be moving my walk back at least at half an hour to 5 o'clock, possibly back a full hour to 5:30, because my wife and I, we've been sitting down on our vacation. We found that it's still difficult for us to schedule intentional time with one another, right? And so in being able to schedule intentional time is important, right? Because it doesn't just happen on its own. Like you're not just like, you're not going to be able to take care of anything, right? Like your job, you can't take care of your job if you're just like, oh, well, I'll get to it. You know, you're not going to be able to maintain employment and work if the thought process and the way of getting to it is, the way of handling is, oh, I'll make it there at some point. So it's the same thing with your life, with your relationships, and with my marriage. And so for us, one of the most important things, the reason that we're working the way we are now and we do the things we do now is because we do want that intentional time with one another. And so we do want to be able to sit down and talk. 7 children, we have a 2-year-old. The requirement of being a parent and the expectation of showing them the right way and guiding them and helping them grow. We have a 15-year-old who's learning to drive. I have a 13-year-old daughter. For those of you who have daughters, you know where I'm at. So my wife and I, we have 2 sons, we have 5 daughters. And so all of these things are important for me in my personal life. And so this is also important. It's a part of what I'm developing and growing as a YouTube creator, but it requires for me to make sure that what I'm doing aligns with my purpose and my life. So right now, being out here at 4:30, as great as it has been, as much as I personally enjoy these walks and I enjoy this time, there are gonna have to be some changes. And so I know this. Ryan, how are you doing? Hey, welcome in. I know this, my wife knows this, and so we're working to make sure we're doing the right things, because it is about, for us, it is about that life, right? Everything for us guys, you guys have to keep this in mind. Everything is going to be about the life that it is, the life that you're looking to live, right? So what is the life that you're looking for? What is your purpose, and do your actions align with it? If they do, then you're going to want to be intentional about scheduling your time and your actions that align with your purpose, to make sure on the way there you are enjoying yourself, that you're taking time to enjoy the activities, the work, and the journey, so that when you arrive there, you're enjoying your place of arrival. Like it's not the end of the world. It doesn't feel like arriving at your destination is the end of the dream. It's just a continuation of it as we continue to grow. At 7 says, 7 children. Yes, sir, all my children. Ryan, good morning, bro. Haven't seen you in a minute. Yep, everything's all good, man. Just coming back from vacation. Wife and I took the children out to the beach this past weekend. Apex. Welcome back, bro. Welcome back. Good to see you here. Thank you for the subscribe, Finhut. I appreciate that. And then with Ethereal. Come on. Thank you for dropping in, Ethereal. Not really what the focus of this page is. But I appreciate you being here and being a part. Do me a favor, go ahead, drop a thumbs up, like and subscribe, and we could probably find some other things with some value that we could get onto the market. But I'm sure there may be a marketplace for that, but not really my thing. So what do we know, guys? What do we know about being able to understand our direction, our life, like the title of this particular walk and talk is like, it's not going to happen by luck, man. It's going to take some intentional behaviors. And I think that's the biggest thing for most people, for most things that we do in life, is so many things have happened in the past for us. I mean, many of us live our life without ever being told that we have to be intentional about things. And so we're not, right? So we lack intention. And what intention is being able to move from just doing something because it's there or someone's telling us to do it, and doing it with a specific understanding of the value that it brings to our greater purpose, right? Our process. So, like, how many people in the chat wash your face with intention, right? Like, how many people brush your teeth with intention? How many people eat with intention? How many of us out there go to work with intention? How many of us work with intention? So we may do these things because we have a expectation or a desire, but are we doing them intentionally? Are we thinking about them and understanding how they fit into the bigger scheme for us, into the things that we want to achieve? Just trolling. It's all good, man. Thanks for being here. What do we have? Vega, is that Vega? Live my life how it goes. It feels like no matter how hard I try to keep it perfect or calm, it just crashes down. Okay, that's what I'm trying to talk about. Separated from my wife today. She took our boys and we will spend time with them. It's hard. We homeschool. Money's a struggle sector I really appreciate. Right, and so listen, the greater conversation. Welcome in from the Philippines. Who's that? Terry? Welcome in. So a couple of things for La Mira. Is that correct? I hope I'm saying that right. La Mira. That's the thing about intention. What you're looking at, La Mira, is you're looking at perseverance. You're looking at coming into a difficult thing where you have a purpose and you're heading in a certain direction and you're trying to get things achieved. But in the process of doing that, there are 4 things for discipline. Discipline is going to be built on repetition. After repetition, it's going to require patience, consistency, and then perseverance. What you're dealing with is either in the area of patience or perseverance, where you're traveling this path. And it's not about being perfect. It's about being consistent. It's about understanding that there's work to be done. As I just explained, on my own journey, I'm having to adapt. I'm having to understand that this requires a leadership competency of adaptation. I'm going to have to fix some things because my overall goal, my purpose of making sure that I'm providing safety, stability, consistency, and comfort for my family requires that I do so in a way where some of the things that I'm doing personally for my journey need to coincide with that path. And so I need to change some things, but not change the goal, not change the path, not change the destination. So it's not perfect, but we want to keep working. We have to understand, for example, I'm out here 4:30 for walk and talks. I've set an expectation to this entire platform. I have approximately 1,600 followers, 1,600 subscribers, where they're like, hey, 4:30, you said you're out there. What happens on the mornings when you're not out there? And so I've set this expectation. And so what do I do when it's 4:30? What happens when I don't charge the gimbal and I gotta walk in the dark? What happens when I miss the wake-up call? Just the other day, we came back from the beach, and my wife had a infection from something that bit her when we were on the beach. And so we had to spend the night in the hospital. So we were in the hospital till approximately 1 o'clock in the morning, so didn't get any sleep. And so wasn't able to do the walk and talk the following morning. What does this mean? It means that things are gonna come, we have to persevere. It's not gonna be perfect, but we have to make it. As far as the thing with the relationships are difficult, man. You have to understand what your purpose is. And sometimes in life, relationships, they do split, and I hate to see it happen. I understand the challenges, especially challenges of the heart. It's really difficult to be able to just go out and say, hey, everything's gonna be fine, especially when things are as fresh as a day or fresh as the last 24 hours or 48 hours. But you have to sit down, you have to find your center. You have to try not to respond out of emotion. And I'm telling you, man, I know I've broken windshields on cars, I've punched through walls. I know the frustration of not being able to, not being able for my particular situation, not being able to communicate correctly. And many of the issues were on my side. Many of the issues were things that I needed to correct, areas where I needed to grow. So we have to understand when it comes to things like that, the specifics is the goal. And then everyone says, hey man, it's all about the children. Dude, that's hard. I know you want to say, right, I just want to take care of the kids. I want the kids to be happy, and I want this, but dude, like, we still have kid elements inside of us, right? So I know for a fact that I was still, as a child that grew up back and forth between my mom and my dad, and both of them got remarried. And this process of going back and forth between my parents in my youth was challenging, to say the least. And my birth father being a bit of a nomad, we lived everywhere on the East Coast, from Flomaton, Alabama to the upstate New York. So living in all of these different areas, going through these different things, going back and forth between my parents, I know that there's a challenge for the children. And then we as adults carry that into our future, and we don't want to present our children with that same thing. But we have to understand, in order for us to be able to fix their future, we have to fix our present. We have to be present in our moment of understanding that the things that we say have less impact than the things that they see. And so we need to make sure that the vision that we're providing for them, the visual that we're providing for them, is appropriate. Miles, good evening. I need to plan All right, take your time, drink water. All right. You don't want to be embarrassed. For the Philippines too. All right, Terry and Benj from the Philippines. Too early. Joseph, welcome in. Dude, I'm doing too much walking to steal bikes, man. I'm doing too many, getting my steps in. I got way too many bikes in my backyard. You must not have been here when I said I had 7 children. Got more. Shoot, we should be giving bikes away. So, hey guys, let me see. I want to check in this chat. Guys, how many miles you jogging? In the morning, I've been doing a walk away from the house and a jog back. The whole thing ends up being a little bit over 3.5 miles. To be honest, no problem. That's what we're here for, Lamega. Always to share. Smokes. I guess you're saying good morning, Smokes. Good morning. What's up? Thanks for being here. Thank you very much. I appreciate that, Chai. Is it Chai or Chi? Which one is it? So what are we talking about, guys? We're talking about being intentional. It really doesn't matter what area of your life you're talking about. Discipline is phenomenal in the way it works, because discipline requires for you to simply say, I have these 4 things that I do, and I can apply them to my life. And those 4 things that you're going to do that are going to work and be applied to your life that are a part of discipline are going to be repetition, patience, consistency, and perseverance. In whatever area of your life that you want to apply them to, whether it's relationships, finances, work, personal development, fitness, how you eat, your health, all of those things are going to require those 4 things. So how do we know that our work, or that what we're doing is the right thing to be doing? Can we find joy? Can we find happiness in it, in the process? Sometimes we have to take a step out, right? Life keeps going. My son, who's 15, I love him so much. He always has an interesting take on things. And so him and I were talking yesterday morning when he was getting prepared for school, and he says, so he just starts like saying these things, like he's like, yo, I'm being slick, like, you know, he's like, I'm let me hit you with my coolness. And he says, what did he say? He says, yeah, life doesn't happen to you, life comes from you. And I was like, oh, that's pretty slick. I was like, that's pretty slick. Like, I'm like, it's not exactly correct, but that's a pretty little slick thing to say. And so the interesting thing about it is, life doesn't happen to you. Life is all around you. People are living. The world is turning. Things are happening. Markets are changing. But living comes from you. Life requires for you to participate if you want something. And when you choose to participate, then that's where challenges arrive. But challenges are where growth takes place. I love the phrase baby steps, because as a personal trainer, for those of you who've been here with me before, oh, it was definitely laugh out loud. It was definitely funny. For those of you who've been here before, you understand that as a personal trainer, oftentimes I work with clients, and the clients are simply like, hey, how do I get better? You know, what steps do we take? How do we get started? And it's inevitable that the phrase baby steps, so let's start light, comes up. And I'm like, cool, that's awesome. But have you ever considered that for a baby, baby steps are hard? And a baby is doing this oftentimes on its own. This baby is just like, hey, like cookies. You keep laying me on this floor and there's cookies on this coffee table. I need to get there. You know what I'm saying? Like the baby, they want something. And so they do work. They fall, they hit their little faces, they struggle, they have to develop coordination, like they have to go through levels of development to achieve their goal. And so what is this thing? What is this thing that's helping them to get there? There's discipline. They're using discipline. They have the repetition of trying over and over and over again. They have the patience of understanding I may not walk today, but cookies are in my future. They have the consistency of doing it every day, every chance they get. They find a pattern, and they were like, when she lays me down here in the living room, I just need to get to the edge. So I need to learn to crawl so I can get to the edge of that table and use it to stand. And they continue the work, and then they persevere. They persevere through torture. When the mother and the father picks them up and put them back where they started, and they continue to work, and they continue to grow. And then one day you come back into the room and the kid's got cookies and is walking across the room. That is work. That is discipline. That is commitment to a purpose and a goal. So what does that mean for us? As adults, as people who are working towards something, we have to have that same commitment. We have to have that same understanding of purpose. You have to understand that we're not going to be perfect and we're not going to be done in the first 10 minutes, but we have to have the repetition. We have to continue to take the steps. We have to make sure that we're patient. We have to know that with consistency, we'll see development and growth. We have to work towards it. And then we have to understand we're going to have to persevere because there will be difficult moments. There will be setbacks. There will be challenges, but we know we're working towards a goal. I don't know what a good or bad watt is. Man King. My skin, did you say my skin looks ashy? Dude, I'm so sweaty right now. That's the last thing. You might want to adjust the color, dude. I drink. All right, come on, Tamir. I'm gonna have to remove you, man. All right, that's taken care of. Let me see what happens. Struggles make you stronger, give you structure. All right. I like that, serving my Redeemer. Let me see, Wyatt, I decided to do the opposite of what I've been doing for years. And honestly, it turned out to be the best thing that's ever happened to me. That's understanding your purpose and working towards your purpose. Thank you. Wife is getting better. We did spend the night in the hospital, but yes, the wife is definitely getting better. She's healing up. And so we're making it, as I said earlier, I'm not sure if you were here for this earlier, Empress or Miracle, but so we are making some changes. We're looking to, again, understanding the purpose for why I do the things I do, including this walk that I take in the morning. My wife and I are looking to make changes. I specifically am looking to make changes to the time of the walk and talk, and this may be getting pushed back a half an hour to an hour. We want to make sure it fits our schedule. Want to make sure one of the things that's important for us is intentional time with one another, and the challenge to finding that intentional time in the morning can be very difficult. So just in that process of development, that process of growth, we're working on that. And these are some of the things we were talking about. Remember the discussion about the difference between change and adapting. The goal hasn't changed. The purpose is the same. The finish line is the same, but we have to make some adaptations. We have to make some adjustments because it's important in all of these things that we have this opportunity to spend and share time with one another. And if what I'm doing is taking away from the ability to be able to do that, then the actions and the steps that I'm taking, the changes that I've made, the course that we're traveling is not going towards that end goal. And we do understand, especially in the infancy of a new business that is going to have a lot of requirement of our time and our investment, but it should not have so much so that it does not allow for us to enjoy this process and enjoy the time we have with one another. So looking to possibly making some changes to the early morning walk and talk, but still looking to be here, still looking to provide the same support, the growth, the connection and development that we have with the community. Thank you very much, and I appreciate that. Finhart, what's your occupation, sir? Right here, what I'm doing. For my life, what I've done, I've worked in the past in a lot of different areas, from retail management to food management to a personal trainer. Currently, my occupation is caring for my family and working in this capacity to empower others, families, businesses, and companies with the understanding of how discipline and leadership competencies can help to exponentially grow your current situation in any area. All right, and then Paul, people value money over family. That's sad. Not everybody, Paul. There's some things, and a lot of time it's not about whether or not someone values money over family. A lot of times it's a matter of whether or not they understand exactly why the money is so important and why they're trying to get it in the first place and how it's going to benefit their family. So oftentimes, and I can tell you from personal experience, I grew up in a world where the best thing I could do for my family was work. And so by me working, I was providing the best I could for my family. And so it's not that I valued money over my family. I valued comfort and safety, and I felt the best way to provide that was with money. And so what I needed to do was always work more, work harder, and make more money. But as I just said, the changes that I've made in my life are to ensure that I'm spending time working on myself so that I can have the time to spend with my family. But the currency, the exchange of currency is important in that process. So let's not minimize the impact or the value of having money. Let's not demonize money, but let's understand, you're right. Let's know why we're getting money. Let's understand the whole reason for acquiring that money. And it's about spending the time and being with the people you love. And here's the thing. Oftentimes people say, oh, well, you changed since you got money. Here's something that I want to share from those of us who are looking at perspective of being the person who has the greater, who has the upper hand on the financial side. We often talk about, oh, well, people just want money, they just want whatever. If you have the greater financial capability, why aren't you being the one to reach out to those family members who don't? And I don't mean reach out to them in terms of, oh, well, because you're poor, because you need help, or because you're in a worse situation than me, I need to find you and I need to help you and I need to give you money. No, I'm talking about simple things like, if you're the person who has the money, the job, the stability, and your family member is struggling with that, they're still your family member, they're still your brother, they're still your sister. Why aren't you the one going over there to talk to them? Why aren't you taking the flight to go see them? Why aren't you taking the vacation to go see them? Why is there always an expectation? And this comes from a lot of us, especially when our financial situation improves, where it's like, oh, well, I came up out of that. Well, why didn't you come up out of it? Well, I don't know why they didn't come up out of it, but if it's still your brother and sister and you still love them, you don't have to take care of them, but you also don't have to demonize them. We also don't have to abandon them. It's important for us to understand loving our family and loving the people who are part of our family, especially once we start getting money, is that one thing where you're like, oh, well, I came out, I did my thing, I got up, I blew up. Yeah, but you still have people that you say you love. You still have people who were a part of your life when you didn't have these things. Why don't you love these people anymore? Why aren't you contacting these people? Why aren't you at least saying hello? And I'm not telling you that you need to go out and take care of everybody in your hood. I'm not telling you you need to go back and you need to help everybody find a job or that it's your job to fix people. But I am saying, if we are these people who care so much about people and we got our stuff together, we already got it together, why aren't we going back? Why aren't we being the ones with the money to go and just say, hey, yo, I love you. I care about you. I wanted to see you. I get it. You don't have what I got. You don't have the finances I have. You aren't in the situation that I'm in. You don't have the same resources that I have. You don't have the stability that I have. but I want you to know I love you. So let me reach out to you, right? Because oftentimes, and I've been, the shoe's been on the other foot for me. Oftentimes it's like, I don't want to reach out because I don't want you to think I need anything from you. But guess what I do need from you? I need you to love me. I need you. You're my brother. You're my sister. I need to hear from you. I need to just know that you still care about me. I don't need you to do nothing for me. I don't need you to buy me anything. I don't need you to provide me with anything. I just need you. I just need your presence in my life. And so that's important because we get this confused, and it's really, really easy to be able to look from either side and judge the other. But we have to understand, because I've been on both sides. And when you're on that side where you have someone in your family who does earn more than you, or who has more than you, or makes more money than you, oftentimes you don't want to reach out because you're like, I don't want you to feel like I want anything from you. But I do want something from you. I want you to be my brother. I want you to be my sister. I want to talk to you. And then it's still from the flip side, when we have the money, when we're the person with the money, and like, why don't you ever come see me? Dude, like, I'm in a projects. I'm in a 2-bedroom apartment with 5 children and a wife, and we can't see each other ever because we have to work different shifts because we can't afford childcare, or we're working with 1 car or no car. Like, it's been difficult. So it's hard. Don't expect for someone with less than you to do more than you to be a part of your life, right? So it's not about loving money more than we love our family. It's about understanding that when we get to the point where we're the one who has the leg up, and it's not always about having a better house. Sometimes you got family members who just I can't find the time to use my bus pass to do anything else because my current financial situation provides me with the opportunity to get up, get to work, and get back home. And I get rest, and I get up, and I get to work, and I get back home. And so sometimes you got to see me where I'm at. Come meet me, ride with me on the bus. Come meet me, like I work in a restaurant, come order food, come stop past on my lunch break, talk to me. I'm letting you know because I've been in that situation, I've been there, and I've been the one who's needed more, who's looked for assistance. And I'm also the one who's in position who has had more, who's been able to provide the assistance. But it's not about providing people with money. I am not going to demonize people who earn well. I'm not going to demonize people who don't earn well. I will let you know the process of being in either position. And Myron Golden said this, and I believe he heard it from someone else. People who are poor are not trying to be, people who are rich are not trying to be rich any more than people who are poor are trying to be poor. It is not a matter of trying to be either. It is simply a matter of learning how to be one. And if your mindset is poor and you need help with the change of that mindset, and then you have a family member whose mindset is rich, and that mindset, and if you're the family member with the rich growth mindset, and you understand the value, and you understand the value of the things that you do and what they bring to your life, and you're not sharing them with your family, you're not being the one to reach out and to go back, then we have to look at ourselves. Let's stop looking outside of ourselves, making judgments of others, worrying about how they think about money, worrying about how they spend their money, and let's just start worrying about the people. As I always say, look, a person with a problem is not a problem, okay? So let's stop investing our time, energy, and resources into problems. You don't invest into problems. You never spend your time, your energy, or your resources investing in problems. You invest into solutions. If you are not thinking about, working on, investing in, and spending time on solutions, then you yourself have become a part of the problem. Don't do that. We deserve better. The people who we love deserve better. Guys, like I said, maybe making some changes. I might be coming out here at 5 o'clock versus coming out here at 4:30. I appreciate you being here. I understand the stream was very long this morning. I do need to get back to the house. I appreciate it, guys. Please like, subscribe, share. If you haven't had an opportunity to do so yet this morning, go ahead, drop a thumbs up. Go ahead and like it. And David, thank you very much for being here, David. Serving the Creator. God's word, sharper than any two-edged sword. Indeed it is. Paul, so can be other things. You must be speaking to someone in the chat. Appreciate you. Thank you. I appreciate you as well, guys. I'm sorry I didn't get a chance to look in the chat and respond to everyone's comments, but I do appreciate you being here. I do thank you for stopping in again, guys. I don't have to worry about bye, David. I don't have to worry about Nosferatu. I got God in my back. Hey, you guys take care. It was a pleasure, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a blessed day.